What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, the Travel Trucker, man. We back with another video. Got a different backdrop today, man. All right, guys. So I just got done watching that Cam Newton and that Cherie Bryant, or whatever her name is, Dr. Bryant, podcast interview they did on Cam Newton's YouTube channel. Make sure you guys go check it out. I'll put a description of it in the link below. I'll put a link in the description below. And it was pretty much talking about broken relationships, how men have kids with multiple women, trauma, how women didn't have their dad growing up in their life, so they got to know what to look for in a man. And she was pretty much just grilling Cam about how he created all these broken homes. He got 8 kids with 3 or 4 different women. And it got me to thinking about something. Does trucking influence or harbor broken homes and bad relationships with family? Does trucking influence broken homes and bad relationships? If somebody was to sit me down and ask me that question, I couldn't lie and say, oh no, that's not the case. But to be honest with you, trucking does put a strain on relationships. Does it promote broken homes? No. But it does affect home ecosystems. It does affect home. So if you're not a local guy, which is more than 60 to 70% of truck drivers as a whole, most of us are gone for more than one day out of the week. You could probably say 80% of truck drivers are not home every night. So the percentage of local truck drivers is slim. And in that time, significant others, because there's females that drive too, so we're just gonna say significant others. We're not gonna say wives at home, but there's significant others at home. And a lot of times when they're at home, there's no connection between the spouses. Okay, we're gonna use it, because I'm a man, we're gonna say the wife at home. There's no connection between the husband and the wife, because the husband is at home making the chicken, the wife is home by herself, stressed out with the kids, not getting the affection that she needs. Look at the blue heron just flew down. Caw, 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 caw. But she's at home, just missing you, and that leads to exploration. I'm not gonna say every truck driver gets cheated on, but if she doesn't have any home girls, it's natural human instinct to need a partner if you're married. Like, that's the whole point of you being married, right? So trucking does affect and hurt relationships. If you're not already confident in your spouse, like let's say y'all just got married, right? This is why a lot of military families don't never work out, like mine's didn't work out, because you get out of boot camp, you heard me get married quick with your high school sweetheart, you ain't lived life, and y'all ain't been together that long, and then she go cheat on you. I'm not saying it happened to me, I'm just saying that amongst other things, it never works out, because you get married, then you're away at training, then you get deployed, right? So same thing with trucking. You get your CDL, you go to a company, and you got to stay out 5, 6, 7 weeks to get started. This is back how it was back when I started, before you got in your own truck, because you had to go to training, then you had to stay. Then they finally sent you home to get your stuff. And in that time frame, y'all not together. So your kids missing you, your significant other missing you. What if she's somebody who has a child and his daddy not in his life, and now all he knows is you, and you're not there no more? Now he done feel like 2 men done walked out on him twice. So do I think relationships take a strain with truck drivers? Hell yeah. Because a lot of times we get home, we tired, we ain't got no energy to do a lot of stuff, to play with the kids, go out to eat. You might forget to rub her back. You might just be exhausted from the day before, and you don't know what it is. So I think watching that interview, and I'm not finna sit up here and do a review of the interview. It opened up a lot of stuff in my brain to, they talking about me. Like, I'm disconnected from a lot of people. Sometimes I feel like being a loner. You know, the girl I'm with, I've been with her 6 years, going on 6 years, and I done put her through hell. I'm just gonna be honest with you. And she's still riding with me to this day. But a lot of y'all might not have somebody that's real like that. They might go creep out on you. You know, her, I ain't never got to question her. I did a lot of stupid shit, but I ain't never got to question her. You got to understand that when you sign up to get the CDL, you can't look at it like, oh, I'm just here to get money from my family. Okay, what about your significant other? Doesn't she deserve something too? So at some point, you can't be on the road forever. You got to come off that road, get you a local job. Nobody should stay over the road forever, your whole trucking career. Nobody should get regional forever. You need to get your bread, stack your bread, get you a house, get you something local, start you a side business to make it for the money that you losing coming off the road. That's the game in trucking. You gotta learn how to balance the two. Because a lot of times you'll get with a girl, y'all will have a kid, y'all don't work out, now you got a baby mama. Then she know you getting that trucking money, what she gonna do? She gonna put you on child support. So a lot of truck drivers have that issue, bro. Like, you got to pay child support. Like, I got 2 kids with 2 women outside of my relationship, well, obviously before my relationship, but it ain't all peaches and cream. Thankfully, my kids are older and I don't got the whole little baby issues going on when my kid is my child's a baby. But I don't want to be the one that's like harboring broken homes and my kids never seen, you know, a mother and dad in the house. My kids didn't experience that. You gotta understand something. I had my daughter, when her mom got pregnant at 16, we had her at 17, and I didn't know it was my kid until after my daughter was a week old. Just telling y'all some real shit, right? So I'm a kid, I'm in high school, we don't know. So I didn't know I had a kid till she was already born. You know, did it change anything? No, because as soon as I found out she was mine, when I seen her, I knew she was mine. She looked just like me. I didn't even need a DNA test, but I still got one. It was like, damn, I got a kid now. But me and the mom are not together. You know, then I went to the military. I'm dating somebody at the end of my high school, my son's mom. Been with her for a minute. We ended up getting married when I got out of boot camp. We together till 2012, 2013. So I'm with her 4 or 5 years. That don't work out, but I done had my son. So now I got my daughter with somebody that I'm not with, and I got my son with somebody that I'm no longer with. I was married to, I tried to do the right thing, but sometimes marriage don't work out because you can't be there. I wasn't there. I'm not gonna lie. I wasn't around, and I had a lot of women on my trail, so I got distracted a lot of times, but I was away at training, I was deployed. I wasn't around like I should have been. And she was young, I was young, and we just wasn't supposed to be married that early. You understand what I'm saying? We wasn't supposed to be married. We were just young. I shouldn't have been married that young. So now I got 2 kids with 2 broken homes, you could say, essentially. And I regret it. I regret it sometimes. Do I wish I could have waited? I could have for sure at least waited to have my daughter. I don't regret her, but hindsight looking back, I should have been more responsible. You know, but the pro to that is I'm 35. My daughter finna be 18 in November, and I'm still, I look old because McGregor. I be stressed out all the time. You know, that's what kids do to you, but I'm still young. My kid's grown. My son 13, my stepdaughter finna be 11. My daughter finna be 18, going on 30. She act like she's my mama now, so it was kind of cool. I had her early. Not cool, but it's cool that she's, you know, I can still keep up with them, and I'm their parent, but she's grown and she finna be out my hair. Well, I ain't got none. But the whole point I'm saying is, I feel bad sometimes that I had created 2 broken homes, essentially. I was never with my daughter's mom that long, and me and my son's mom got divorced before he got older. But the way I live now, yeah, I moved away. You know, my daughter lives in another state. My son lives 8 hours away from me, but I try to be the best of being present, and especially with my son, because he's a male and I'm a dad, that he doesn't have to miss me. I'm around when I need to be, and I'm around as much as I can possibly be within financial constraints and travel, and I still got to work to make money, right? So he understand that, but me and him, we like best friends, you know, and I'm not even his favorite. His mama not even his favorite. He's a grandma baby. So he at my mama house all the time. He a grandma baby. If I don't tell him to call his mama, he ain't stunning his mama. If she don't tell him to call me, he ain't stunning me. So he 13 for them be 14. He got his own mind. He grown. So I'm, hey, bye. All they can call you for is for money. But sometimes they wish, I know my son wish I still lived, you know, in my hometown so I could see him every day. I used to take him to school every day, everything. I've only been gone for 4 years, right? So it was an adjustment period, but I think now we're okay. But when I first moved, it was hard, especially with my son's mom, having to pick up the slack. But my mama did a very good job of filling in for me. She can't replace me, but she can fill in when she needs to, and she's the best grandma in the world. And ain't nothing she won't do for her grandkids. But I moved away to pursue trucking essentially. So this all comes back to what I'm saying. I left to pursue trucking to make a better way financially, legally, as opposed to the illegal stuff I used to do. I had to move away. At the time it was COVID. It wasn't really no money in South Florida. If you know anything about trucking over the road, ain't no money in South Florida. I don't care what nobody say, ain't no money. So a lot of companies, oh, you ain't gonna make no money like that. You from South Florida, it's gonna be a little tough. So I had to relocate north. And from there, I hit the ground running, and I was, you know, I made what I did. You know, thankfully, moving away was the best thing personally, but do my kids, was it the best thing? No. Well, my daughter was already living in Ohio since 2016, and, you know, her mother begged me, her mother wanted to move away for to better herself, and she asked me could my daughter go, and I signed off on that because a woman, daughter, you get the concept. But I feel like, you know, sometimes I regret it. Sometimes, yeah, I should have kept her with me, but I allowed her to go with her mom. I feel like if you don't have kids yet, you know, don't be in a rush to have kids unless it's somebody you know you want to be with. If you're going to have kids, don't have kids and then go get in trucking. If you're already in trucking, that's different. But you want to go and make a kid and then go to CDL school and then get on the road, that ain't how we trying to, I ain't trying to push that on none of y'all. You know, you don't want to be doing that. Don't go get a girl pregnant and then go to CDL school, then you on the road for 2 months in the oil field. You gonna end up, y'all is not gonna be together, bro. I hate to tell y'all not gonna be together. Some people do, but most people don't. And now in this millennium, people got short attention spans. So you ain't around in their face every day and you young, they out of here. They gonna be messing with Tom, Dick, and Harry. Just keeping it real. So know why you're in trucking, get in trucking for the right reasons, and know what you're gonna sacrifice, because you're gonna lose a lot of family time. I don't care what type of trucking you in, local, regional, OTR, you're gonna lose a lot of, you're gonna miss a lot of practices. You're gonna miss taking your kid to school in the morning. Do you know how much I miss taking my kid to school in the morning? I can't do that no more. Even when I was home, I was working at a government job. I had to be there at 6 in the morning, so I had to get up at 5. My mama used to have to take my son to school. I could pick him up, but I could never take him to school. Luckily, I worked 4 10s. So I worked Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays, I could take him to school. That was my treat. But I essentially created 2 broken homes. Yeah, my daughter's mom was with somebody now, cool guy. She gets to see the dynamic, but he's still not me. And sometimes she gets mad. I could tell she gets aggravated with it sometimes of me being with my girl, and she has a kid. I get to see her every day. But sometimes my daughter resents that. But she's old enough to understand how life works now. So in the beginning, it bothered her. But the older she get, the more we one big old family at the end of the day, man. I look out for everybody, man. I'm not gonna, treat this one different. No, I'm a man. I got to make sure everybody got equal shares of the pie when I'm around and when I'm alive. So, you know, did I make some mistakes? Yeah, but I'm making the best of it, you know. But do I want people to do what I did? No. Don't create multiple broken homes just because you want to have kids and populate the earth and you want to have as many kids as God's going to give you. I don't agree with what Cam Newton said on that. But at the same time, he's Cam Newton. He's made millions and millions of dollars. To the average person, you financially cannot have 8 kids out here and be comfortable. You're not an NFL player, you're not an NBA player. So me being realistic, hey, I'm staying within my financial means. I haven't had any kids yet. You know, all my kids are grown. Do I really want to start over? I'm not sure. I think I may have one more. But other than that, man, trucking does encourage. It does not encourage. It incubates broken homes, because you're going to be gone. Even if you staying with your wife who you had kids with, you're going to be gone. So the usual family dynamic that you've seen with your mother and father, you're not going to see because you being a truck driver. So If you can understand the sacrifice you're gonna make and your family can understand it, then trucking is for you. But you're gonna miss out on a lot of family time, a lot of family activities. But that's all, man. But yeah, if you haven't checked out that interview yet, if you haven't checked out that interview with Cam Newton and Dr. Bryant, go check it out. The link is in the description below. And I'll see y'all on the next one.